This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN. If you use the code CHALLENGE, you get 83% off and they throw in an extra month free. So make sure to check out the top line of the description below. Hey everyone, welcome to another Where's My Challenge video. This video is slightly different than our normal YouTube videos. The reason being is because I'm going to be reacting to my very first MMA fight. So at the beginning of the year, I started to do a little bit of MMA training. Because I was searching online for MMA, I had a lot of suggestions pop up on my Facebook advertising section. So you know when you're scrolling through and a billion ads pop up. One popped up for a charity MMA fight that was going to happen in Southampton in May. Okay, so this was for Ultra MMA, which is a MMA charity event. Now, I posted on social media about me doing this fight, and some of you awesome people donated, so thank you so much to everyone who did donate. That went off to a good cause, which is Cancer Research UK. So everyone who did donate, your names are popping up below. I've done it with your first name and your first letter of your second name. I've done it like that just for privacy reasons. Some people didn't want their full name on this video, which is understandable. Okay, so before jumping into the fight, I'm going to say a few things beforehand. Before going into this, I asked myself a question. Was it possible to become a MMA fighter in 2 months? That's the amount of training I had. So my very first session, I really enjoyed. I think I did really well. Now, my second session, we were doing a thing called King of the Mat, where you have 6 people lined up. Each person that's left over is in a line, and they keep taking turns, run in front of one of those people and try and take them down to the mat. I was doing alright with this. I thought I was anyway. I did a good couple of pins, and I went against a guy who was a lot bigger than me. I believe I shouldn't have gone against him. It was like Brock Lesnar against Rey Mysterio. He was a lot bigger than me. He grabbed me and he did a German suplex, and it tore one side of my muscle, so this side was all torn and this side hurt a little bit. That evening I leant down to pick something up and it tore my left hand side as well. So I had both tears in like muscles in front of my ribs, so that was really painful whenever I was doing anything like moving. It was just a nightmare. Now, when I went into the training sessions, I told them about the situation. They were understanding, but hey, the fight's in 2 months. You know, I have to still go to these sessions, otherwise I'm not going to learn anything. So I was doing sparring and I was doing mat work, and every single time I was going against someone, they could visually see that I was in agonising pain doing it. I had no painkillers, nothing like that, and they understood that in that situation that I had to keep on trying to do it. But a lot of sessions I had to tap out quite early or only watch the session because I was just in agonising pain. So I had 3 weeks to my fight left, and I was like, hey, I don't know enough here. I did a sparring session against who I thought I was going to fight against, and he hit hard. So I went to NGMA, which teaches mixed martial arts, and they helped me out. They gave me a few tips and pointers. We did a few sessions. I went to as many as I could each week, and I did get better. But they told me, hey, you're going to need another 6 months, maybe longer, until you're ready to fight, especially with this injury. So I was going to listen to them and say, hey, I'm going to wait till November, December time for the next one. The thing is, I already put my deposit down and people were already donating, and I felt bad. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to go for it. If I win, I win. If I lose, I lose. Either way, I'm going to continue doing this. So after setting up my game plan with NGMA, they said to me, go into this and smack him as hard as you can. Get your first punch in as hard as you can, and then just capitalise on that. If he tries to overpower you, get you to the floor and so on, prolong it and try and get to the 3rd round. That's what you need to do to get to your 3rd round. And then, when he's tired, take advantage of that. I was planning to get the punch in, and then if it didn't go my way, I was going to prolong it to the very end and do my 3rd round and give it my all. So that was my plan. You can see in this video where it goes right, where it goes wrong, and what I try to capitalise on. So I've not seen this yet. Let's watch this together. You can see my honest reaction to the fight and what was going on in my head at that moment in time, and how I was acting in the actual fight. So let's start the fight. Here we go. I was against Charlie. I was going in trying to be a bit cocky. He brings me right to the side of the ring there, and he's trying to suffocate me. You can see it, he's trying to like make me tap out early on. I didn't do that, and at the beginning of this I went in with my hard right punch, and I tried to do that to annoy him or like scare him, whatever, and he brought me down straight away. I did a real rookie mistake here. I turned my back to him. Never ever turn your back. So here he's got his arm wrapped around me and he is pushing so hard against my throat, but I was able to get my chin underneath his arm and slowly squeeze out. I can hold my breath for a long time as well. So I knew if someone's going to get me in that situation, I could try and hold my breath and hold out. But, you know, when someone's trying to strangle you and choke you out, it's very difficult. Here, he gives up in the end because I'm able to get away. He's punching me in the back. He's trying so hard to get me to tap out here. And this entire time, I'm just trying to get back up on top again so I can fight him stood up, because I don't want to be on the mat with him. Here I go on top of him and I'm trying to put his arm, you can't see it here, but I'm trying to put it in an Americano. And that wasn't happening. And I'm trying to get on top of his chest so I can try and submit him from the top and gain control. Because whenever you're on your back in the fight, you're losing. So here he's trying to choke me out again, trying to get a couple of punches in. And he's trying to get me in an armbar. So as you can see here, he's trying really hard and I'm like, no, you're not having this. He's punching me in the side. And I'm trying to kick out of this as much as I possibly can because I don't want him to get me in the armbar, because armbars are flipping painful. Now that's the end of the first round. I was able to prolong it. You can see by my face here, I am so annoyed. I'm so angry. Hey everybody, just a quick reminder, this video is sponsored by Surfshark, which is a VPN. A VPN is a virtual private network which is used to keep many things hidden, such as your private messages, pictures and videos, plus any other sensitive information that you don't want anyone else to find. Now, VPNs aren't just for privacy reasons, they are also used for changing your location. Now, why would you want to change your location? Well, it's simple. In the UK, you get mainly UK-based TV shows and movies. We get some American ones, don't get me wrong, but the catalogue of movies and TV shows are far grander on the Netflix in America. So, by simply pressing a button, you can change your location from the UK to America and watch all the Marvel movies they have available. So in the top line of the description below, there is a link to Surfshark VPN. If you use the code CHALLENGE, you get 83% off, and also they chuck in an extra month free as well. So make sure to go and check that out. We go back in again. Charlie's such a cool guy. Got on really well behind the scenes. But I'm not happy with him bringing me down because I wanted to stay up and fight. I was definitely feeling it. I was feeling exhausted, trying to put a gap between us so that he couldn't try and submit me and so I could squeeze out the other side. Here he's trying to choke me again by my neck. He's grabbing around it, and I just remember spending a lot of time out of breath because I'm trying to gasp every single time to hold in my breath while he's choking me, so I'm able to get through it. So you see here the referee's having a go at me for punching him in the back. As you see earlier on, Charlie punched me in the back a couple of times and it was fine, but here I'm punching him in the back and it's wrong. There are many rules in this that they didn't cover until the actual day, so I was going to do lots of knee and ankle work and I couldn't do any of that, unfortunately. That was the rules. So here he's got me again. I'm still on my back, I just can't get up. He's got me in the armbar though. This was painful, he's got me in it. So as you can see, he's got my arm pretty much touching the floor, and I don't think you can see it here, but I'll wave my hand at him and tell him he's not able to do it. I don't think you can see it here. I'm like, you're not gonna get me, you're not gonna tap me out here with this armbar. So I squeeze out, and like a rookie, I turn my back to him, but I'm trying to get my breath. I'm so exhausted at this point. I thought I could last longer, but I was absolutely exhausted. I'm trying to goad him here to get me. I go in for a kick, trying to wind him, and then he doesn't like that, and he just starts punching me and going to town on my face. And what I should do here is I should have grabbed him and brought him to the floor, but I didn't, and it was called off by the ref. As you can see here, Charlie was the winner. I just wish I put a little bit more effort or did the fight a little bit later and had a little bit more training before I did it, because I simply was not good enough. The fight wasn't incredible because, hey, let's face it, I had 3 to 4 weeks proper training, intense training, where the rest of the time I spent it injured or watching people fight. So I don't think I did too bad, but I clearly was not good enough. I do apologise if you expected to see the next Conor McGregor fight. It was far from that. I was more CM Punk than I was Conor McGregor. I like to put on a good show, and that was what I told him beforehand. I want to put on a good show. That's why I tried to stay up on the mat, and it wasn't happening. He kept bringing me down and pulling me to the floor, because that's how he's going to get me out, was by trying to tap me out. When he realised that didn't work, he then started smacking the crap out of me, and after the fight had ended, he said to me he doesn't think that he could have gone a third round because he was absolutely exhausted. That was him putting absolutely 110% into that fight at that moment in time where he was punching me. I was trying to prolong it to the very end of the round, which I almost did by 4 seconds. He could give me 4 seconds, but no, he called it off. In my mind, I thought it was fine, but looking back at that footage now, I think I was starting to waver. Like, I was getting a bit hazy. I just looked like I was not all there at the moment in time. You could see me, my legs going a bit weak, so I totally understand why he did it. I felt that I could have gone on to the next round, but hey, it didn't happen. So if there is any charity events that you'd like to see me do, then let me know. Hopefully I'll put a little bit more into it than I was able to with this MMA fight. So if there was ever events in the future like YouTube, MMA fights and so on, I would totally be up for that. But I know after learning from the last fight that I need to put a lot more into the training. I was awful, I was so bad. Like, watching that back now, I'm just like, oh god, I was terrible. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Remember to hit that like button and subscribe. If you subscribe first and anyone done something stupid, like, I think it's a good idea to jump into an MMA fight with 2 months to go. Absolute idiot, what was I thinking? Anyway, goodbye everyone. Thank you so much for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. Just a quick reminder, make sure to check out the top line in the description below for Surfshark VPN. Use the code CHALLENGE for 83% off, and they throw in an extra month free, so make sure to check that out. Goodbye everyone.